Welcome, Pisces. I pulled for you the Five of Staffs, and this is describing an experience in which you are collaborating with others on a team. Perhaps you are engaged in a debate, even an argument with family members or people you're working with. You may be a bridge, which is quite likely given your natural ability to connect and see the connection between all things and people, and as well your ability, your desire to manage the positive experience of others. This puts you in a place of positively being an educator or a trainer of some sort. Uh, Envisioning some way in which you are helping others to manage and facilitate the way that a team works together, a way of identifying appropriate goals, more about the way you work together than what you're working towards. What you're working towards, I believe, is already clear as a shared value, but you're managing the way others feel empowered to participate, or you are addressing your ability and the ability of others to participate in a way that allows everyone a kind of equity, speaking from a place of strength, um, having the opportunity to lead or provide expertise and to learn from others in other areas or aspects of your effort or work of the project. In the present, you are experiencing a tremendous release of old energy. There's something here that makes me believe that you may be recontacted or are being recontacted by someone from the past, someone with whom you shared a deep connection, but one that was not equitable or reciprocal in some way that you recognized and ended this. There's a deep desire to reconnect on a healthier level with this individual or with this team or organization that wants you back. However, you understand that the failing was not necessarily uh, in the connection, it was in the expectations that were not fair, were not equal, and did not provide you with the recognition, recompense, or attention, training, nurturing that you deserved and that you desired. So you're unwilling to reconnect in an organization that mistreated you somehow in the past, did not value your leadership or your gifts or talents, or you're also not eager to reconnect with someone who has not done the kind of healing and development that you have done in yourself. You've abandoned this old structure, these old expectations where you simply needed to conform and get the approval of someone else by meeting their needs, meeting their expectation, and getting little to nothing in return. In the past, we have the Hermit card. So to get to this place, um, you have really gone back to do the self-care, the reconnecting with your own authority, the looking for answers within yourself. You're very well aware that I or no one can tell you who you are, where you're going, or what you think. That this is all within you. My job is simply to reflect back to you what you already know at some level. And this is not to demean my role or to put the onus unfairly on you. It is the fact. Our answers are within. It all starts within. and reestablishing your authority, particularly if you have been rejected or you have ended a relationship that was imbalanced or a working collaboration that was unfair or unjust. You had needed to recalibrate to get back to what you know now uh, in order to reestablish your authority to pursue your dreams and your vision as you understand it, not according or on anyone else's terms, that you are the author of your life and that you have worked at by caring for yourself, by giving yourself the space, by nurturing your hopes and your dreams, by identifying your potential and ways in which you can actualize that. In the future, the Nine of Swords, there's still a lot of hurt and a lot of suffering you've experienced as a result of what comes to mind is a pattern. That's a more positive way of saying it. The pattern is a kind of behavior that you're aware of that is more a reflection of your insecurity, your addiction to a fantasy or a wishing that the world were a different place in which you could have what you wanted and receive uh, the reciprocity that you know you're deserving of. However, you have abandoned this addiction to suffering. And for some of you, that addiction to suffering looks like addiction. It's addiction to food, to substance, to uh, exercise, to traveling, some form of escape that really hid a more fundamental pain that you were masking by having fun. Um, and this is something that you're actually challenging within yourself, understanding that these things are not in and of themselves necessarily bad activities, but if they are covering up pain that is actually an obstacle to your achieving what you desire, your potential, then they are you're not letting go of that pain, that suffering. You're staying connected through your addiction to covering it up, escaping it, masking it over, making it seem better. And so this is powerful because in our society, and we're right in the winter holidays in the the northern hemisphere, uh, in the southern hemisphere too, I believe. It's just summertime at Christmas, I believe. But you are really challenging the social structure that says just buy something else, just have a new experience, just have an adventure, just make more money, just do something to fix what's broken rather than fix what's broken. If you're resonating with this reading, Pisces, please like this video, please share it with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Yes, I'm Regina from Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the support that you give me. If you're interested in a personal reading, because these are general readings and they don't resonate with all of you, there is information about those in the description box below. And I'm featuring a half off sale through the end of the year. So thank you to all of you that are participating in that. And I pulled the Courage card. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. This is pretty self-explanatory to me. There is a lot of fear that you are facing. And the part of you that is so joyful, that cares so much about the connection between and among other people, that tends and nurtures to the aspirations, the joys of others, that truly believes in the abundance of the earth, is really shoring up all of that, mustering that together to really be real with yourself about what you're doing and why you're not achieving the success that you truly deserve. And you are understanding that you have to work within. You must continue to face down some pretty difficult pain that you've been carrying around and that you're not allowing yourself to release fully. And this is your opportunity. In the present, the Ten of Swords is clarified by the Death card and the Two of Pentacles. Yes, you're juggling. You're juggling your old life and your new life, and this couldn't be clearer. Clarifying the Ten of Swords, the Death card is all about that release. What a release. This is visceral. This attends to your body, your emotions. You are exhausted at some level with keeping up something that you thought was going to work out, and it just isn't working out. And you understand that there is a new version of yourself that is available to you, but you're still doing the work to let go of the past expectations, realizing that a lot of the patterns of your behavior have been encoded since childhood, since your forming of age. This is in your family. This can be generational trauma for some of you that you are working very hard to release, and you're going back and forth, understanding, getting clarity, and then moving forward, witnessing yourself go through similar motions, recognizing that you're still understanding deeply what has held you back. In the past, the Hermit card is clarified by the King of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Yeah, it almost feels as though there's a dual aspect of your cultural memory, your familiar memory, this absolute attention and anchoring in stability and security, the need to be the master or mistress of your domain, to get to the top, to be the boss. That's real for you. That means something to you. And at the same time, there's this creative, imaginative aspect of self-acceptance that it almost feels as though it's warring with this sense of control that you need to have in your life. And so this uh, the Page of Cups is the symbol of this easier, more forgiving, gentler aspect of uh, what your dreams look like. This is the possibility of dreaming. This is what fuels your vision. And yet there's a vulnerability here which you have learned to cover up with this uber capable competency, this hard work, this drive, that this ambition that wants you to be in a place of safety, really. And that safety looks like a material comfort, even luxury for a lot of you, as being the way of protecting yourself against the way in which you were not protected, perhaps as a child, for ways you weren't protected in your most significant relationships. In the future, the Nine of Swords is clarified by the Five of Wands, and which is a repeat, and the Seven of Swords. Wow. So the Five of Wands being a repeat is talking about the future, what you're working toward, what you're working against. There is a way in which others have high expectations of you based on some very superficial qualities that you hold. It isn't that you are not an accomplished, beautiful, healthy, loving person. It's that because of some superficial qualities or because of all of those qualities, people have an expectation and you've internalized that expectation to be the best, to have the best, to be the boss, to live in the world. And that is something that you are working against. You understand how limiting that has been. At the same time, you've enjoyed some of the benefits of the way that others perceive you. And there has been a war against giving that up, a sense that you have to give that up in order to collaborate more productively with your team. In some ways, it's a false duality that you are emotionally fearful of. You're fearful that if you give away the privileges of the way others see you, that you will lose those privileges when nothing could be further from the truth. It's really the way in which you may have internalized that you're not good enough deep down, that you're only good because of the way you look, because of some skill or talent you have, because you're super smart, you're super hardworking, that somehow you'll lose that. And that's not true. In fact, you have the best motives for recognizing that others' lack of support for you, and there has been a lack of support for you from those you least expected it from, is really about those people. It's not about you. And you no longer are letting yourself be blocked or to actually uh, understand that their suggestions, their criticism, their feedback is anything other than their fear of you moving past them, moving away from them, moving out of their life, absenting yourself from them somehow. You doing something that they would like to do, whatever it is. You're realizing that actually your ideas are worthy. You're on the path of your purpose, your success. And if those people don't understand your ideas, don't support them, you know that support exists elsewhere. You already have that loving community that sees you, sees your potential, and wants to work with you, wants to create something, produce something of excellence, of quality, and do it in a way that doesn't hurt. It doesn't judge, that only learns and thrives from one another. So it's putting the emphasis back on the way you work, the way that you're helping others to participate in the work that you do together. That is the ticket. That is the key for you. It frees you. I'm going to finish up this reading with the flora and fauna of Africa, and I pulled the bush elephant, and the key word is sweet memories. You are in control. Trust and rely on your strengths. Let your wisdom and intuition guide you. If you're enjoying this content, please check out the playlist that's attached for more content for your enjoyment. Thank you so much, Pisces. Until next time, namaste.